I want to be remembered as a crazy girl who lived her life. So whenever I want to do something, I just do it. I feel like I don't want to live for other people. I don't want to live by other people's rules. So for me, you only live once and you have to enjoy the life that you have. I'm Marianne Ho. I'm a UX designer and I represent a new generation of Chinoys. And this is my profile. It was a very easygoing childhood. My parents were very strict, conservative Chinese parents, I guess, as all Filipino Chinese parents are. I was a very quiet child. Then my mom enrolled me to swimming lessons. And that's when I started becoming a bit more outgoing. My journey to design actually started during childhood when my dad opened a restaurant and he wanted to do menu design. So basically, he got himself a Chinese Photoshop book. And then one day he was like telling me, here, you should study this. After that in Ateneo, I kind of continued by joining orgs because I really felt like it was just a hobby that I can make use of. I stumbled upon this listing for the ACES Summit, which was a conference in Stanford in Silicon Valley. When I got to the conference, I got even more outgoing talking to people in the States. I got into the Silicon Valley mindset where let's be entrepreneurial, let's make the next big app, let's change the world. I knew then that I wanted to be in that industry. After doing the startup for a year, I went to Hong Kong. I wanted to try out the scene in Hong Kong. I felt like they were a bit more advanced, technology-wise. I joined a conference, I met this guy. We were doing a lot of new ideas, like prototyping. After a while, I quit my job. I went to travel again to pick up new ideas. At this time, there was a lot of buzz going around fintech. Originally, I didn't really feel like I was gonna go to a bank. Then when I learned that the job was also in the department called Wealth and Insurance, so basically doing investment products, and I felt like, oh, this is the best way to learn. I don't have to study to learn finance. I can just do it while designing products for investments. So we make apps, and then when we do apps, we ask people to test it out without knowing anything or like just some context. So you see people struggling with it, you get inspired to help them. That's your motivation to make it better and make it easier for people. User experience is basically, you don't design it because it's aesthetically pleasing. You design it in the most logical way possible. I read a lot of articles because I didn't have formal UX training, and I discovered a lot of UX designers. They were really something else before. Some of them were just like me, graphic designers or like marketing people, and they felt that user experience, it was the next big thing. I think there's still a lot of things going on in the world that they needed to change from paper to digital. It's always evolving and you always get excited with this technology stuff. I wanted to be my own self and I didn't want to be in Manila where everybody knows me. I felt like design was my way of going out. If I can go to Hong Kong with design, maybe I can go Silicon Valley with design, or UK or like New York. That's kind of like the main motivation. I felt like it was the only job that I can do that will get me to places. And I want to let other people know that it's fine. If your parents are doing something and they expect you to do the same thing, you don't have to do that. You can be fine without doing that. You can be fine on your own because we are our own people and we have been brought up to be very independent, and we should assert this independence and do whatever we want. I'm Marianne Ho. I'm a UX designer and I represent a new generation of Chinoys. And this is my profile.